39-23, Spearfish, after only leading by 10, has put up 6 unanswered. Dilgis out to Whitty. Logan Whitty to point guard. Driving baseline, and he's blocked by Gibbs. And now the Spartans are starting to run with it. Southern gets it back to Vavruska. Now Southern gets himself out of trouble. The Spartans have controlled the paint, and we have a kick on Jaron Deal. I unfortunately did not get that three-pointer from Thomas Hughes. So, Thomas, if you rewatch this on KDSJ-TV, I do apologize. Hughes throws the ball into Southern. And zone defense, Ashar Hodge is in the game for Spearfish. Vavruska through the middle of the lane. Vavruska with the left hand leaves it short and will go off of Ashar Hodges from the rebound. So Spearfish has been able to shoot the ball from the outside. Cade Vavruska and Thomas Hughes with a pair of three-pointers this quarter. The Govs have scored 6 points this quarter. As going baseline is Arts, back outside Austin. Now Austin deep three in front of Sire, and he nailed it. Corday Arts now up to 5 points. It's now a 13-point game. And Austin can shoot the ball well. Southern in a bit of trouble. Now Ashar Hodges, short corner. Southern swings it over to the corner to Hughes. Hughes through the lane. Left hand rolls around, and he got it. I'll catch that one on replay, Thomas. So Thomas Hughes starting to make an appearance here on the offensive side. Whitty with the hook shots, no good. And now the Spartans starting to run with the ball. Southern, now Vavruska back to Southern. Hughes through the middle of the lane, into a bit of trouble. Back to Vavruska, elbow three, up, got it! The Spartans starting to warm up. Vavruska with another three. He's got 9 points this quarter. And now Spearfish leading 44-26, and they just stole the ball away from the Govs. Hughes up floor, Southern. Southern dribbling baseline, steps it out, goes over to Vavruska. He's been warm. Three-pointer, back rim, no good. And the traveling fans from Spearfish was about ready to get on their feet. Whitty through the lane, gets into some trouble. Layup, rolls around off, no good. Terwillinger with the rebound, putback's no good. And the ball's knocked straight to Cade Vavruska with under 30 seconds left to go, 25. Shot clock turned off, and the Spartans will catch their breath and play for a final shot. Spearfish 2-0 on the season. The Govs 2-1, 44-26. Sire, baseline. Hughes, top key, three-pointer, banks it in, banks open on Saturday. Pierre can't get the ball on the inbounds, and Spearfish, the three-point shot, wakens up the offense and pushes the Spartan lead, now 47-26 after three. Let's take a timeout, come back with the fourth quarter, live from the capital city in Pierre, right here on KDSJ-TV on YouTube and on Facebook.
Your vehicle is more than just a ride. It's a part of your life. And Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram will get you road ready. From a multi-point inspection, brakes, batteries, and tires, the certified technicians in Junix Service Department will keep you moving. Schedule your appointment today at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson in Spearfish. Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
After that quarterly timeout, Spearfish scoring 17 points in the quarter. Push their lead now 47-26 with 1 quarter left to go. So the Govs with the ball. For the first time here in the fourth quarter, Terwillinger from the high post will hand off to Austin. Austin's been the consistent scorer for the Govs. He's going to drive through the lane, through the double team. He'll head to the line for 2. Who will they call this one on? Again, this afternoon's officials, our Law on the Court is being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. Carson Sire, the guilty party, with the foul. Austin, first free throw is pure. He's got a good-looking shot, Austin. Drives the ball well, shoots the outside shot very well. He's aggressive on defense. He could be a potential collegiate athlete here in the sport of basketball here in a few years, as Davis on the other side going fast. Ashar Hodges put back no good. Battle for the rebound. And Sire with back-to-back fouls. They called that foul clear from the half-court line. So Sire with quick 2 fouls. Spearfish had 17 fouls in the first quarter, but no one in immediate foul trouble. Really, Bennett Corton, the only one in the game, because he has 3. As the Governors turn the ball over, up floor quickly, Thomas Hughes, who throws it into Davis. Bennett Corton in the game, making a move. A layup after the Euro step. Is it good? So much like Cameron Davis last night, not scoring his first points after averaging double digits in the fourth quarter. Corton picks up his first 2 points here in the fourth quarter. It's now 49-28. Three-pointer off from the Govs, no good. Davis up the floor, left-handed layup is good. And now the Spartans starting to flex their athleticism and run the floor. Terwillinger on the inside, Ashar Hodges with the foul. Carday Austin. He's got 12 on the night. Afternoon. Arts to throw into Austin. Guarded by Corton. Now top the key. Dilgis inside. Terwillinger trying to make a move, and his ball slapped out of there by Ashar Hodges. He almost saved it in bounds. Great hustle by Ashar. Hodges, of course, tried out for football this season, was a critical part of the depth on that defensive line for the Spartans, as well as a blocking tight end. Here's a corner 3 for the Govs. That's off the mark, no good. And as far as the three-point ball that we saw in the third quarter, the Govs have gone quiet from the outside. Corton, high pass, and they wanted to give the student section a shot as he throws it out of bounds. 5:58 left to go. Of course, at the end of our coverage, we'll have the Stadium Sports Grill post-game show. We'll recap all the action here in Pierre, name a superior performer, and get ready to go for next contest here on KDSJ-TV as Bennett Corton, the guilty party for the foul. He's now up to 4. And 2 points as Terwillinger hits his first bucket. 29-51, second shot no good. And Vavruska with the rebound. Spartans up the floor quickly. Corton in the corner. Now swinging the ball on the outside. Spartans have done a good job moving the ball on offense, especially versus a zone defense, making your defenders having to travel the width of the court with your ball movement. Inside, that's another great way to break the zone, and that's why corner 3, Cam Davis. You get the ball on the inside, making your defenders close in on the post player. That allowed your outside shots to get open, much like Cam Davis from the corner. 54-29. Here's a corner by Austin that's no good. Davis, he's going to run with it now in transition. Davis, spin move through the lane. Terwillinger there with a block. So Cooper Terwillinger, chase down block, a little too aggressive, as he'll be the guilty party with the foul. Terwillinger's now got 4, so 4 fouls for Terwillinger for the Governors, 4 fouls for Bennett Corton for the Spartans. And Davis, free throw is off, no good. Enter Tucker Olson for the first time for the Spearfish Spartans. He's a 6'1" junior forward, a glue guy, as we like to call him. Can play down low, shoots the ball well, plays outstanding defense. Had multiple block shots versus the Bronx last week. Can do everything for the Spartans. He's into the game for the first time. Also an outstanding baseball player for the Spearfish Spartan baseball team and post 164. 4:42 left to go in the game. Whitty through the lane. Here's a pull-up shot. That's no good. Olson with the rebound, and he'll just hold it for the time being. Now here is Davis. Davis dribbles through some traffic. Olson, top the key, three-pointer, front rim, no good. Rebound by Arts. Caden Arts into the corner to Whitty. The ball is deflected from the Spartans and grabbed by Olson. Olson up floor. Cameron Davis, reverse layup, good. So Cam Davis getting back to his former self offensively as far as his point total. Now the Govs, long 2. Dilgis in and out, no good. Olson with the foul as he shoved Whitty to the ground. So Tucker Olson with his first foul. Cameron Davis had 6 at halftime. Did not score in the third quarter, but he's got 6 now for 12 total. And now we got a series of subs with under 4 left to go for both teams. Here we go. So we have number 1 for the Spartans. That is Keegan Ozuna, a 5'11" sophomore. We also got Sam Marcus in the game as well. For the Spartans, Marcus is a 6'1" senior center, an outstanding punter and kicker. And for the Govs, we got a few new substitutions as well. Maddox Dawkin is in. Saw him earlier this game, as well as Sincere Wilson. Number 21, that is Tayson Style. Tayson Style in the game, and also number 45 is Spencer Oliver. 0 for 2. Also Isaac Wilson in the game for the Spartans. His first time this season. Ozuna goes baseline into the corner for the Spartans. Alex Eisner also makes an appearance. So quite a few subs in for the Spartans. Jaron Deal into the game as well. So for the Govs, we have Deal, Wilson, Oliver, Style. Who am I missing? Cannot figure out who I'm missing. Here's Tucker Olson with a block. It's also number 12, Maddox Dawkin. So the Spartans looking to improve to 3-0 on the season. Olson made the last point for the Spartans, a free throw. Inside is going to be on Sam Marcus, and Marcus pitched a tent in the middle of the paint. He's going to be called for 3 seconds. 3:10 left to go in a 57-29 contest. Really for the Govs, they have the pieces. They've been able to move the ball on the Spartans. That zone defense is tricky to get through for some teams, but the Spartans being able to move the ball has been the difference, in Spearfish outshot the Governors from the outside as the Govs struggled from shooting from 3, and the Spartans have done a much better job from behind the arc. So Isaac Wilson with the first foul. First shot good by Style, Tayson Style, his first point of the game. Second shot, Style is good. Oop. 31-57. Olsen, one to use a screen from Marcus. Wilson through the lane, puts it back out to Ozuna. Cross-court pass, now that is Eisner. Eisner in a bit of trouble. Cross-court now over to Ozuna. Ozuna, deep three, bingo! Keegan Ozuna. First three-pointer of the season in varsity basketball action, and now it is a 31-30 lead for the Spartans here on the road. 2:19 left to go in the contest. Pierre will drop to 2-2. Spearfish improves to 3-0. Deal. Now here's Spencer Oliver on Marcus. Here's top the key, three. Style off, no good. Marcus gets the rebound. Here's Keegan Ozuna, sophomore guard. Saw him in JV action. Tucker Olsen, stop, drop, three-pointer, top the key, off rim, no good. Eisner battles with the rebound with a gov, and Jaron Deal with the ball. Deal going baseline, and he'll head to the charity stripe for two. Keegan Ozuna called with a foul. Deal has not scored this second half after leading the Govs with 8 at halftime. I believe we have 12 points, 12 or 13 points for the Govs, as now the Govs with some more substitutions. Jagger Gardner in for the Govs. He is a 6-foot sophomore forward, as well as number 14. That is Theron Foster, a 5'6" freshman, getting some varsity action. Both free throws good for Deal. He now ends with 10 as he checks out of the game. 1:46 left to go, and it's 60-33. Again, our Wolves, not our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. That's at halftime. It's our Stadium Sports Grill postgame show coming up here to recap the action. We have a Peyton Jones appearance for the Spartans, the sophomore forward into the game now for the first time. Wilson over Ozuna, stop, drop three from the elbow, back rim, no good. Battle for the rebound goes to Marcus. Wilson, step back three-pointer, just a bit short, and rebound by Style. Clark into the game for the Govs, first name that I really don't want to try to guess on the fly. The folks here at the Pierre call him Larry, so we're going to go with that. Larry Clark with an and one for the Govs. Excuse me, that was Jagger Gardner with the and one. Sam Marcus, the guilty party with the foul. So some subs for both teams being able to get in these final few minutes. Develop some depth for both the Governors and the Spartans. Gov's got a very deep team here in Class AA, the biggest roster we've seen so far. As three-point play, not quite there for the Govs. Ozuna, Wilson, who should not have ate that popcorn.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome into another Spearfish Spartan sports broadcast here on a super Saturday of Spartan Sports as we have the girls game at home this afternoon while the Spearfish boys are in action as well over on KDSJ-TV today. The final stretch of games before the Christmas break as this afternoon the Pierre Lady Govs are into town to take on the Spearfish Spartans. Pierre won last night, Spearfish lost last night, so back-to-back games for both of these teams, and we're about 20 minutes away from the tip-off, and our countdown to tip-off today being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair. The Black Hills home team for collision repairs, located at 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, and also just off of exit 32 at Junction Avenue in Sturgis. And our Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, high up on the bleachers here as far back as we can go here at the Spearfish High School gym as we look down on center court and the JV game still going on. I think the more like the freshman game or the C squad
team, yep,
is going on right now. And then the varsity team will get their warm up in and we'll be ready to go probably with the varsity tip off at around 2:10 if you're still looking at coming to the game here at Spearfish High School gym. That's our schedule. And again, our countdown to tip off being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair. I'm Cody Oliver here at KDSJ Radio. Also, we're connected today through KDSJ-TV on our YouTube channel. And Paul James from Eagle Country Morning Show is with us once again this afternoon. You're taking care of the TV things. How are things over there?
They're going good. In fact, our coworker Clayson Davis just wrapped up in Pierre on a separate stream on YouTube, bringing that game as well on Facebook Live. Spearfish beat Pierre TF Riggs boys 60-35. That just wrapped up a couple of minutes ago.
And I appreciate you helping out last night. You did the Aberdeen Central at Spearfish girls game right here on KDSJ. We had 3 games going on at the same time here on KDSJ Sports last night, and we pulled it off. Steve Emmerman and myself were doing the BH men's game. You had the girls game here. Clayson had the boys game at Aberdeen.
Oh, man.
We did it. We did it.
We made it all over the place, so we're covering as much as we can cover. And as you mentioned right now, if you're watching this on KDSJ-TV, you can see Spearfish leading Pierre TF Riggs in the C game 40-21. That's what's going on now.
And when we come back, we will lay the foundation for this girls varsity contest between the Pierre Lady Govs and the Spearfish Spartans. Both teams made it to the state tournament last year. We'll see how early season is going for both of those squads when we come back right here on KDSJ Sports.
Guarantees, Jake's Collision Repair stands behind all of their work with a lifetime guarantee. Jake's Collision Repair uses only original parts made by your vehicle's manufacturer instead of lower quality aftermarket parts. Certified technicians work with the latest state-of-the-art equipment, and Jake's Collision Repair is preferred by most insurance companies and works with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair, 2416 Junction Avenue in Sturgis and 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish.
Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is here when you need us for the extreme athletes or those everyday activities. From kiddos with broken bones to retirees with creaky knees. Whether you're pumping iron or planting petunias, we'll be in our clinic locations throughout the region working together. Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, getting you moving again so you can confidently say, I'm back. Go to monument.health/orthopedics to find out more.
You see.
As we lay the foundation for this girls varsity matchup tonight between a couple of Class AA teams, non-conference affair today, and our laying the foundation segment being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. Give them a call at 605-210-2320. The visiting team is what we'll focus on first. The Pierre Lady Govs under head coach Kirk Bebout comes in with their team so far 2-1 on the early season. This is just the second weekend of high school basketball, so just the fourth game of the season for Pierre. They lost their season opener to Rapid City Stevens 59-27 last week. Then this week, they went up against Rapid City Central. They won that matchup by 10, 61-51. And last night, they went over to Sturgis and defeated the Scoopers 55-48. It was a come-from-behind victory in some parts for the Pierre Governors as they got a 7-point victory over there at the Sturgis Brown High School West gym. They had a really good fourth quarter. As we look back at the overcame a 7-point fourth-quarter deficit to defeat the Sturgis Scoopers. They did come out of the game and out of the gates hot last night as they were up 19-12 at the end of the first. Then the Scoopers were really cold in that second quarter. Pierre took advantage of that as they were up 27-18 at the half. It looked like it was going to be Pierre pulling away in the second half, but then Sturgis exploded for 23 points in the third quarter. They were led by Tori Williams, who scored 9 points in the quarter. The Scoopers led 41-34 heading into the final quarter, but then the Scoopers went cold again and were outscored 21-7 by the Lady Govs in the fourth quarter as they dropped 3 more three-pointers in the fourth quarter to pull away with a 55-48 victory. Pierre was led by Molly Olson. We'll probably hear about her today. She had 19 points last night, including 4 three-pointers.
Wow.
Emery Larson had 15 points for the Lady Govs. They shot 33% from the field last night, made 16 of 27 free throws for 59%. They committed 23 turnovers, though, and had 25 rebounds. Those sound effects coming your way from Paul James over at Eagle Country Morning Show, helping us out tonight, or this afternoon, here on KDSJ Radio and KDSJ-TV. Sturgis turned the ball over 24 times last night. Let's see, the out-rebounded Pierre Governors, and it was just a battle of quarter to quarter there. A good first quarter for the Lady Govs and a good fourth quarter as they started strong and ended the game strong to go to 2-1 on the early season. As we lay the foundation for this broadcast, being brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. That's your little preview and scouting report on the Pierre Governors under head coach Kirk Bebout. And coming up next, we'll hear from the other side of the floor. The head coach of the Spearfish Lady Spartans in her 5th season, Dakota Johnson, will join us next.
Everywhere. That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-23.
And welcome back to the Jake's Collision Repair pregame show as we lay the foundation for Saturday afternoon high school hoops here on KDSJ Radio and KDSJ-TV. We're going to look back at last night's game here in Spearfish as the Spartans fell to Aberdeen Central by 16 points, 52-36. Joining us is the Spartans head coach, Dakota Barry Johnson. Thanks a lot, Coach Johnson, for the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, let's go back in case people missed that game here on the home court in Spearfish, taking on a AA opponent that's come to be a rival in some different sports here for the Spartans and the Golden Eagles. Looked like it was a struggle to score.
Yeah, I don't think that I gave the girls very many opportunities, didn't really put them in positions to see a lot of success. We were really honed in on defense and then kind of let that discourage us a little bit once we were giving up offensive rebounds and trying to figure out ways to stop them, and then we couldn't really capitalize on the times that we did get stopped. So, overall, it was a good learning experience, but we definitely got to bounce back from that now.
So they certainly probably worked their butt off on defense, just couldn't get it down the floor fast enough to get something going on offense. Right,
yeah. I mean, I don't doubt how hard they worked and the effort they put in. I don't think the girls ever gave up or folded. There was some unfortunate, offensive rebounds that they were able to capitalize on, almost every time with the size that they had. And that's not for a lack of effort on our girls trying to box those big girls out.
I know Aberdeen Central has some pretty good girls. What was the scouting report going in to try to contain them?
We were pretty honed in on their inside game. Hats off to them. Their shooters stepped up and hit big shots. That was kind of the risk that we were willing to take so that we could protect the inside. And, if you would have told me before the game that we would have held their bigs to, 10 and 11 points, I thought, I would say that we would have won that game. But, of course, then their shooters have to go off. There's something about our gym where, teams come in and light it up. So, weren't necessarily anticipating that. And I think it was my fault that I didn't get the girls to adjust quick enough. And we kind of got ourselves into a hole that couldn't quite get out of, obviously.
Offensively, anybody spark the Spartans?
I think we had moments, we had bursts from a lot of different players. I really like how Anna Eisenbarth and Sierra Sanford are coming off the bench. They're giving us sparks. Kirsten Grubb, battled her butt off. She had a tough task to be on it physically the entire game defensively, and then also ask her to get us some points on the other end. And I thought she did a great job of that. We need to continue to work on our chemistry and kind of find that balance and rhythm in our scoring across the board when, obviously Kate Sharp had a big game against Belfouche and they, hats off to Aberdeen. They did a good job taking that away.
It's a back-to-back weekend. You remember this in your college days playing for Black Hills State. You put a lot of emphasis on that Friday game, and then you have a quick turnaround to face off against the opponent this afternoon, the Pierre Governors. What have you been working on for a scout?
Fortunately, I think that we match up a little bit better, size-wise. They still have a big girl that we need to worry about. But really, we got to take away the three. They are cranking up some shots. We got to make sure we don't let them get hot, because once they see a couple go in, then they can get really deadly. So we need to make sure that we're on it. They set a lot of screens, run a lot of sets. So we've got to play really tough, physical team defense, talking to each other, and just making sure that everything that they have is contested, and then finish it. Once we force them into a tough shot, we got to make sure we get that rebound too.
Pierre had an up and down game last night over in Sturgis. A big fourth quarter last night, and they turned the ball over like 24 times. So I think if you could put some pressure on them.
Absolutely, and that's kind of what our team hangs our hats on. We let our defense create our offense, and that's always kind of been our spark plug that gets us going when we get a big steal, big stop, that sort of thing. So we're going to definitely try to do that, create some pressure and create some easy buckets to kind of get us going in our rhythm. And, I think we lacked that a little bit last night. We had to work for absolutely everything, didn't get, those easy, momentum boosters for us. So really going to try to focus in on that and let things come and get into a rhythm based on what our defense is doing.
And again, last night, Pierre got a victory over Sturgis. Spearfish lost last night to Aberdeen Central. So we'll see if we can get a split for the weekend.
No sicknesses, no fatigue. That doesn't exist right now in this game. We'll get battle through this game, and then we can take some rest.
Tip-off coming up here this afternoon as the Pierre Lady Govs coming to town to take on the Spearfish Lady Spartans. And this will be the third game of the season for Spearfish as we hear from head coach Dakota Johnson. Thanks for joining us once again here in the pregame show.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base Sports Nutrition Program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Afternoon basketball, just girls only, right here on KDSJ Radio and KDSJ-TV this afternoon, as the Spearfish girls are at home to take on the Pierre Lady Governors, and the Spearfish boys are actually on the road right now. They got a win last night in Aberdeen. Clayson Davis is doing the duties over at KDSJ-TV. That game's already done this afternoon. How'd that turn out, Paul?
Yeah, Spearfish prevailed in that one. Looks like they had, I don't know, you don't want to call it an easy go of it, but it wasn't a close one. It was 60-35 that Spearfish beat Pierre TF Riggs today in Spearfish, the boys. And another win, so that's 3-0 for the Spearfish boys now.
Not very often do boys go on the road and get a couple wins. Technically East River.
Yeah, and you know, you got Aberdeen Central, who's from year to year, depends. They kind of go up and down a little bit. Likewise with the Pierre boys. But look at the Aberdeen Central girls last night. They're ranked 5th, and now they're 3-0 going into today's game, today's matchup with Sturgis. So that's a pretty good squad there.
I thought Pierre would have played a lot better today, but maybe Spearfish is that good. We don't know yet.
I don't
It's
know.
early on in the
Yeah,
season.
until we get a few of these under our belt, we just don't know.
But thanks once again for tuning in here on KDSJ 980 AM, 103.5 FM, KDSJ980.com with the Listen Live link. That came in handy on Wednesday and Thursday when we didn't have the AM and FM on. You could always have the mobile app as well, and we're always streaming and rolling there in case if our AM or FM is down. But also today we bring on board KDSJ-TV. You're doing the behind the scenes over there with the programming. Is it on? Give us a little information on the stream and maybe if it's on Facebook Live.
It is not on Facebook Live because we can only do one at a time. And then when we went on the air, Clayson was already on with the boys on Facebook Live. So everything on YouTube today, it's on our YouTube channel. That's why you can like KDSJ-TV. Search for that on YouTube. And then like that channel, and then when we go live, it says, hey, we're live. And
that's good if, like, the Spearfish boys started a little bit earlier than scheduled today. We may be going a little bit later, so that notification is handy to get you knowing about that. Our matchup menu this afternoon being brought to you by Beef Logic and the South Dakota Beef Industry Council. This is a super Saturday when it comes to high school hoops. I think every team in the state is going on today before they get into the Christmas break. Then there's nothing for like 10 days as we go through a moratorium. But quickly, for our Northern Hills teams, Spearfish girls are about ready to tip off in around 10 minutes. Spearfish boys already won today at Pierre. The Lee Deadwood Gold Digger girls and boys, they are hosting the state line shootout today up in Lead. Lee Deadwood girls picked up their first victory of the season last night over Newcastle. And this Lee Deadwood boys, let's see, I can't remember if they won or lost yesterday, but
I'm looking that up as we speak. Let's see, they play Sundance today, but yesterday those Lee Deadwood boys beat Newcastle 68-56.
Okay. And then the Belfouche girls and boys, I think they split as well yesterday. They're up at the state line shootout. Belfouche girls lost to Sundance, while the Belfouche boys, I think, got the victory.
The boys yesterday, Belfouche. Oh, man, there's so many to filter through here. My goodness. I may find it today. Then again, they did win. They beat Sundance 57-47, the boys did.
And, of course, Belfouche girls and boys will be up at Lead again today for the second day of the state line shootout. And Sturgis, how about the Scoopers? Their girls lost to Pierre last night by 7 points at home. The Sturgis boys, they were in Pierre and got beat by the Governors.
61-50. So
that's how our area teams, maybe we could all get a split this weekend.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's been a busy one. You have the girls and boys splitting their different ways here for Spearfish and Sturgis, and then Belfouche, Lee Deadwood, girls, boys, all up in Lead. And then there's like 48 teams over at the LNI. This is the fourth and final day of the Lakota Nation Invitational Tournament that's taking place over in Rapid City. So get all your hoops in today because we won't have anything until like the 30th of December.
Boy, that's for sure. Go ahead.
That's our matchup menu being brought to you by Beef Logic and the South Dakota Beef Industry Council. We'll be back with your starting lineups and get this girls varsity game tipped off between Pierre and Spearfish on KDSJ Sports.
What life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
Your vehicle is more than just a ride. It's a part of your life. And Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram will get you road ready. From a multi-point inspection, brakes, batteries, and tires, the certified technicians in Junix Service Department will keep you moving. Schedule your appointment today at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson in Spearfish. Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
The Stadium Sports Grill is where sports fans meet in Spearfish. The Stadium is locally owned and operated, and they carry the NFL ticket, NBA package, college sports pack, and stream all BHSU and Spearfish Spartan sporting events. Their famous steak tips and hand-patty burgers will satisfy any sports fan. The Stadium is a full bar and grill, open daily for lunch at 11 a.m. and serving brunch on Sundays starting at 10. Plus, don't forget the scoreboard on Ryan Road next to Safeway. See you soon at the Stadium Sports Grill, Main Street, Spearfish.
Multi-talented Taylor Vittle. She's also going to be the starting lineup. And let's get to those starters. Being brought to you by Dana Dental Arts in Spearfish. Let our family care for your family. First of all, the starting lineup for the visiting Pierre Lady Governors, as they are 2-1 on the season, coming off of a 7-point win at Sturgis last night. Jasmine Yost, they call her the Tasmanian Devil. She will be diving all over the floor, and she is a guard / small forward. Well, she is small. She's 5'3" senior, but she has a lot of oomph in that 5'3" body. So be on the lookout for her defensively for the Spearfish Spartans. They're going to have to contend with her. Also, number 5, Molly Olson. She led the team in scoring last night. She's a 5'6" junior guard. Number 11, Emery Larson, is a shooting guard at 5'5" and a senior. Number 31, Jordan Kirky, is a post player, 5'6" and a junior. And they're not very tall. Another 5'6" forward is Mackenzie Flottmeyer. She'll be wearing number 35, and she is a senior. So they go senior, junior, senior, junior, senior. And not very tall, so not as tall as Aberdeen Central was last night. Pierre Governors under head coach Kirk Bebout. He's been there a while. And now for the Spearfish Spartans, their starting lineup includes number 3, Addie Bowman, a 5'9" senior forward. Number 4, Callie Reiners, the point guard at 5'6" senior. Number 11 is Taylor Vittle. She sang the national anthem. She's a 5'7" senior guard. Tierson Grubb is a 5'10" senior forward, and another senior getting the start. All seniors this afternoon. Kate Scharf, 5'7" senior, wearing number 23. Spearfish wins the tip as our countdown to tip-off was being brought to you by Jake's Collision Repair. And we tip things off here at 2:09 p.m. Mountain Time. Spearfish Spartans under head coach Dakota Johnson in her 5th season as head coach of the Lady Spartans. The first possession for Spearfish after winning the tip goes out of bounds underneath their own basket. So now the Governors will have it on their first possession. The first 10 seconds of this one this afternoon. Three-pointer on the way by the Govs. It's going to be no good by Larson, and it's rebounded here by the Spartans. Spearfish will go left to right on your radio dial this afternoon, and also along the TV screen of KDSJ-TV on YouTube. Cross-court pass, that one is connected to Vittle. Vittle off the glass, no good. And an offensive rebound by Spearfish. They gave up a bunch of offensive rebounds last night, as we heard from Dakota Barry Johnson, head coach of Spearfish in the pregame show. Here's Kate Scharf. She didn't get a whole lot of opportunities last night, as they only scored about 36 points. Layup is good this time for Spearfish on their second possession. Getting the 2 points is Addie Bowman.
Nice job by Bowman on the slice through the lane. Good job by Scharf to find her there. Now jump ball at midcourt.
The focus today was for Spearfish. Won't be having to guard the big inside girls. Golden Eagles had 2 of them last night. Coach Johnson thinks they can put on some more pressure on Pierre this afternoon and hopefully get the shooters going today, like Kate Scharf. She gets the steal. Scharf gets it to Vitto, and then we're going to have a travel as she took too many steps.
Yep, just a little too many there. Didn't quite get the ball down on the floor quick enough. We skip back on KDSJ-TV to that layup that Addie Bowman had as we look at that there. She got a nice backdoor cut from Kate Scharf.
Spartans applying that full court pressure defense. The Pierre Governors started hot last night against Sturgis, had a couple of quarters that they would like to have back, and then they ended strong, putting up 21 points in the final frame to get a 7-point victory. The Governors have the basketball here on the near side. Now they rotate it over to the far. Now in the middle of the floor, here's a three-pointer on the way by Larson. That's going to be no good, and it's a defensive rebound there by the Spartans. The maroon and white going down the floor. Another missed layup by Spearfish as they can't connect. And then we're going to have a reach-in foul. Late to getting there on defense was Addie Bowman, so she'll get called for the foul. That's her first, team first.
And that's one of those where you miss the layup, then boom, right away you commit the foul. So without missing the layup, you don't have the foul. So the two kind of go hand in hand.
Off the knee of one of the Govs. Now they retain possession, but they pick up the basketball about at half court. Now they get it to Larson. She's 0 for 2 from downtown, make it 0 for 3. And each time Spearfish able to get the defensive rebound. So 1 and out by the Governors. And Spearfish just trying to handle the basketball. They get it over to Reiners. Spartans on a second game of a back-to-back, going with the road jerseys this afternoon on a Saturday. Ball is loose on the baseline. 3 girls are down on the floor, and the official is going to put an end to this. And we're going to have a jump ball, jump ball, possession arrow going to the Spartans. We have an auxiliary mic right underneath where they're going to inbound it. We hear Addie Reiner say, go, and all the girls went somewhere on the court, but they did not retain possession. They lose the basketball. Sloppy first 2.5 minutes of this game between the Lady Govs and Spearfish. Spartans up 2-0 with a bucket by Addie Bowman. Here's the Lady Govs trying to come around a screen. Good defense being played there by Kate Scharf. Now the Governors, and all sorts of confusion here offensively in the first 2 minutes. Quick thoughts on last night's game. Spearfish, Aberdeen Central, where the 5th-ranked Golden Eagles defeated the Lady Spartans. You were here.
Yes, I was here, and I mean, it was just the combination of Lauren Burkhardt, Lauren Burkhardt and Taryn Hermanson, the rebounding and then the shooting down low. Spearfish has got to figure out their size disadvantage in many of those games.
Now, Pierre is the small team today as they have the basketball with 20 to go on the shot clock. As they started 5'3", 5'6", 5'5", 5'6", 5'6". Tallest girl's 5'10", she'll come in off the bench. Long pass outside. Now a pump fake here for Molly Olson, leading scorer from last night. She misses it. Rebound, no good. An offensive rebound, put back up and good as the Pierre Lady Governors, Jordan Kirky, 5'6" post player, gets it to go.
Well, that just shows you right there how important it is to rebound. Too many rebounds. And an air ball by Spearfish.
Loose ball goes to Pierre as the Governors have it. On the road here in their white jerseys with green numbers on front and back. Pierre in green across the front. And Spearfish with the road jerseys here at home today. Maroon jerseys, white numbers, white lettering with Spearfish across the front for them today. Here's the Governors. Back behind the arc. Three-pointer, they settle for another 3, no good. Kate Scharf runs after the basketball, gets the board. Now down the floor. Our first sub into the game for Spearfish is Eisenbarth. Her and Sierra Sanford have been the usual first 2 girls off the bench, as Spearfish has 1 win, 1 loss on the early season. A timeout on the floor here by the Pierre Lady Govs as we're tied up at 2 with 3:57 left to play in the first quarter. Looking at Spearfish's early season, this is just game number 3 of about 23 on the season, and Spearfish won their season opener 50-33. That game was on December 12th when they took on Bellefouche. So opening up with a 17-point win and then losing last night by 16 points to the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. And they continue the homestand today going up against Pierre. And then off until December 30th when they go to Rapid City Stevens for their first road test. Looking out there for Spearfish as they make some subs. It looks like Scharf, Eisenbarth, Grubb, Vitto,
And Reiners
out there with the ponytail look today. And we're back after the break. The timeout called there by Pierre. And a three-pointer on the way. No good. They have settled for those threes and have not been successful.
They haven't, and that for Spearfish, that's a good thing because they've hoisted quite a few up there already. And good box out there by the Spartans causes the Governor to come down on the baseline. So turnover.
Both of these teams were in the state tournament last season over in Rapid City. Spearfish finished 6th. Pierre finished 8th. Three-pointer on the way by Kate Scharf is nothing but the bottom of the net.
Kate Scharf finally finding the range. Couldn't do it last night. She didn't have a lot of open looks last night, and the ones she did have were misses. She was held to a low point output, lowest in a long time. And now an answer.
Yes, back down the other end. They've tried and tried again with Larson from behind the arc. She finally connects. She's now 1 for 4 in the first quarter as we're back tied up at 5 as we exchange three-pointers there. Here's Eisenbarth down to the paint. Nothing going there. Kicks it out. Vittle, 3. Got it.
Now Vittle out there behind the arc cranking up some threes as well. So see if the Spartans can get hot from outside.
Back-to-back threes now made by Spearfish. 8-5 lead here for the Spartans. 2:45 left to go in the first quarter. Both of these teams have gotten on the floor. We knew that Jasmine Yost, the senior guard for Pierre, was going to be diving all over the floor. She's taken some teammates with her. And Spearfish has been able to try to battle for that possession. And right now the possession arrow does point to Pierre. As we've had a lot of loose balls.
Whoops,
and
there's
we're
over and back.
Over and back.
Yep, too much momentum.
A bad inbounds pass, and then she caught it, but then drifted her body and her leg behind, and that was Ellen Hart coming in off the bench. And Pierre will turn the ball over. They go into a zone defense, a 2-3 look, and then we're going to have a foul here.
Forearm shiver there.
It takes something to knock Tiersten Grubb to the floor. And she was just kind of sandwiched in between a couple of Govs. That is Yost, her first. Team foul number 1 as well on Pierre. Here's Sanford coming in as a backup point guard running the point there. We're going to have another foul on Pierre. 2 fouls in just a few seconds here.
Bam, bam.
Just joining us, Spearfish boys victorious today over in Pierre. Again, Spearfish girls at home, boys on the road. Sturgis girls at home, Sturgis boys on the road. Here's Sanford, puts up a shot and it rolls around and in. So 2 points off the bench for Sierra Sanford. And now it's 10-5 Spartans. Loose ball, and it's deflected out of bounds by Kate Scharf. It'll stay with the Pierre Lady Govs.
Yeah, Sanford, nice drive there. Went up with the left hand, got it to roll.
As we have the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth here at the Spearfish High School Gym. KDSJ Radio and KDSJ-TV with you this afternoon for a couple of hours of Saturday entertainment for you. Here's Larson with the basketball game for the Pierre Governors, and she puts up the shot, and there'll be a foul called on Spearfish. This, I believe, will be their 4th team foul.
Yep, it is indeed, so.
And the first personal on Eisenbarth.
And it was a shooting foul, they say, so going to the line for 2.
First free throw is up and good for Larson. She must have the green light all the time because she's launched up 5 3-pointers. She hits 2 free throws there to get Pierre a little bit closer. Now 10-7, coming up on the 2-minute mark of this first frame.
And that's what Pierre needs, and now we're going to have timeout for Spearfish.
And we'll take it with them as the Spartans have the advantage here. 10-7, 1:57 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to high school girls basketball on KDSJ Sports.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
And back with you here at the Spearfish High School gym. Kate Scharf, three-pointer, coming right out of the timeout. You think that was drawn up for Kate as she ran right to the corner. She got the ball and launched a three and made it.
Definitely need a few of those to get the confidence back up.
Now on half court, Pierre just gets it across half. Now being guarded by the Spearfish half court defense. And we're going to have a double dribble this time by Hart, who is one of their first girls off the bench today for Pierre. She's had a couple of turnovers, a little bit of jitters here on a Saturday in Spearfish. These two teams played last year at about this time. Spearfish got the win last year, 62-45, a 17-point win last year for the Lady Spartans in Pierre. And now here's Eisenbach trying to find the baseline. She's cut off there, kicks it out. Reiners for three, no good. Rims out. Kate Scharf with the weak side rebound, puts it back up, no good. Rebounded by nobody in particular. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans, and they reset the shot clock to 35 seconds. We have 1:01 left to go on the big clock, which you also can see there on KDSJ-TV on video.
You can indeed.
The radio side, we just have to really...
you have to say it.
We have to say it. We have to remind you what the score is and the time and describe everything in colorful words. And now with the basketball is the Pierre Governors. It is Olsen. She puts up the shot. She's yet to score today. She misses that. Her teammate bails her out, puts it up. No good again. Kate Scharf with the rebound. Comes down the middle of the floor, across the Spartan logo. Up ahead to Grubb, and she lays it up and in for 2 points. Give credit to the pass there. And then Grubb with the finish, as 5 different Spartans have scored as they lead at 15-7.
Good job by Grubb moving up the floor, hitting that layup.
And you could tell the difference when you get those defensive rebounds. You can get out and run.
Oh, you can.
Last night they were just giving out offensive rebounds, and Aberdeen Central had their way in the paint.
Yes, they did. In that height advantage, the size advantage, Spearfish struggled all night with it.
Last chance shot here by Pierre. Will they get a shot off? They will travel before the attempted shot and before the buzzer. So there's 0.4 second left in this first quarter. And Spearfish will get the ball. They'll just inbound it to Grubb. And we played 1 quarter and 8 minutes of action here at the Spearfish High School gym. The Lady Spartans with the advantage, 15-7 on this Saturday afternoon. We'll come back with more from the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Broadcast booth next.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Fisher Sand and Gravel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects, from a pickup load to thousands of tons. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
Beginning the second quarter here in Spearfish as the Spartans have it, and they put up 2 shots. They miss them both. here on the first possession of the second quarter. Spearfish up 15-7. Kate Scharf with another steal, and then she throws it to the wrong team. Pierre Governors get it back. It's like watching tennis here as we go back and forth on the Spartan home floor. Pierre looks a little bit more comfortable on their offensive set now in that first 5 minutes of the first quarter. It's nerve-wracking. Cross-court pass over here for the Lady Govs. Three-pointer on the way, and they are settling it a little bit. Olsen knocks down the three-pointer, their second made three, and they're the first team to score here in the second quarter. 15-10, Spartans lead it. Another turnover by Spearfish. Governors out running down the floor, laying it up and in for 2 points. Good work in transition. Larson with 7 points. Spartans now up 15-12.
Yeah, kind of a careless pass there by Eisenbarth last time.
More pressure, but Kate Scharf, you're going to have to put more pressure on her and get in her face as Scharf hits her third three-pointer of the afternoon. Here's a steal. Scharf lays it up, misses it short, rebounded by the Govs. I looked over at the Pure coach when she hit that three-pointer. He looked down, he's like, what can we do?
Yeah, you got to get a hand in. That's all you can do. And if you can't rotate on defense and she's hitting three-pointers, it's going to be a long day for you.
First, you just can't let her get open for a split second. Here's another pass, goes over to Larson. Larson in the paint for the Lady Govs, puts it up over the top of the defense, and Larson has 2 more points. She now has 9 points in the first half for the 14 that the Governors have. 18-14, we took a little trip here on this Saturday afternoon, and we're having some girls basketball here on the airwaves. Inside, Eisenbarth can't get her shot to go, and we have a jump ball. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez, for blowing your whistle right in front of our mic down there, as we have a little mic set up there on the baseline right by the padding. Nobody else knows that it's there, so
that's a good or a bad thing. I'm not sure which.
I can't harm D'Amico too much because he was right there making the call. It was back to Pierre on the possession. D'Amico Rodriguez, his crew here today as our Law on the Court, being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Way back in the day, I did some games on the old KBHU airwaves with D'Amico.
Oh, did you?
Back in our college heydays back in the 2000s.
Oh, wow.
Almost another century ago. Here is Pierre Governors laying it up, and no good. They had a wide open layup there by Baumberger, but she misses it, and then it goes out of bounds here on the near side. You may know D'Amico as well as the Rapid City Sports Commission Executive Director over there in Rapid City, and he also does some D2 women's basketball games in the RMAC.
Boy, he keeps busy.
And a couple of kids. Here's Pierre kicking it out. Three-pointer on the way. That's good. Olsen with her second made three-pointer. The Governors are living and dying right there behind the arc. That's their third made three-pointer, and they're within one, 18-17. Here's the Spartans putting up the shot. That is going to be silky smooth move there by Tierson Grubb.
Yeah, some nice moves, some quick scoring all of a sudden by both teams.
Spearfish led it 15-7 after the first quarter. They're now up 20-17. Now dribbling the ball over here to the wing, trying to get it to the middle of the floor. They like the middle and the wings to shoot those threes, but now they pound it inside. Maybe they have an advantage there with Flottmeyer, a post player for Pierre. She's their fourth girl to score, and they're still down by one. Here's Kate Scharf as the zone look defense here by Pierre. They're running all over the floor. And now we have a tie-up with 3 girls on the floor. Jump ball will go to...
should be Spearfish, I do believe.
They're going to keep it at this Spearfish end. Let's see, they have Reiners. And just into the game now is Avery Rauterkiss. Bowman is in there as well as she catches the inbounds pass. Now into the paint, and she gets hacked. And I don't think she was in the process of shooting, but I could be wrong.
Looks like she is going to the line, so.
She had the ball down like at her waist. She was attempting probably to shoot, but I don't know if.
I kind of feel like maybe attempting a pass, you never know, but once you're down there and you look to be doing something with it, you usually get the benefit of the doubt.
So at the line, the first free throw is made by, this is Rauterkiss off the bench, checking in. and misses it. She made the first, missed the second.
Is that a jump ball? Yeah, I think a jump ball there.
So now the possession arrow will change again. Goes to Pierre. Spearfish puts on the press. Pierre is able to break it this time. Kate Scharf, she is in there still. She's gotten her hands on a lot of deflections and steals here this afternoon.
Yep.
And there's a turnover on Pierre.
Yeah, she was probably jazzed up, ready to go for this one today after last night. It was a hard game. It was a tough game. Really good guard play by Aberdeen Central, so she had to deal with that all night. And then Kate, probably one of the more physical players for Spearfish, trying to get some rebounds was tough last night too.
Open three for Reiner is too strong. Who's going to get the rebound? It's Pierre getting out of there. And then they'll get it over to Molly Olson. She'll bring the ball across midcourt. And Pierre getting to move a little bit more on offense. Ball is tipped out of bounds, and it'll stay. No, it'll go to the other end. Spearfish will get it.
Yeah, they tried the quick pass and then a down low, and it got just skimmed out of bounds off one of the Governors.
Pierre Lady Govs 2-1 on the season. They opened up losing to Stevens, but then came back and beat Central and beat Sturgis last night, and now on the road to finish up the very first part of the season before the Christmas break. 3 on the way, no good by Rauderkus. Rebounded here by the Lady Govs. Pierre moves the ball down the floor as they work it here on the near side. Loose ball taken away by the Spartans. Rauderkus getting her hand on a lot of balls there. Behind the back dribble as well. Underneath, they kick it out. Scharf. She doesn't need much time or room, and she knocks down a three-pointer.
Yeah, Scharf got the open one, took it, knocked it down for Spearfish. Another one on the board for her.
Way downtown, three-pointer is no good that time by Emery Larson. Rebounded here by the Spartans. Up ahead to Grubb, but she couldn't handle it as it goes out of bounds, hits the padding.
And Spearfish is going to have to work through that as they go these first several games of the season to figure out their passing. That's probably been the #1 glaring thing for them, is they just don't quite know where the other one's going with the ball. After you play with each other a while, you kind of have an idea of how the other girls pass, how hard they throw it, all that good stuff.
We saw that by the Spearfish Spartan boys last year.
Timeout.
Big thing for them last year, they just couldn't catch the passes.
Yes.
For the boys team.
A lot of that. So.
Our matchup menu today, once again, being brought to you by Beef Logic and the South Dakota Beef Industry Council. The matchup today, Spearfish and Pierre girls. Second part of a weekend double dip for both of these teams, as Pierre won last night at Sturgis and Spearfish lost at home to 5th-ranked Aberdeen Central. And of course, we have matchups going on all over the place with, I think, probably every team is in action today, whether it's up in Lead at the State Line Shootout, over at the Lakota Nation Invitational in Rapid City. I'll tell you about the Spearfish boys. They won in Pierre earlier today. The Sturgis boys are at Aberdeen Central. Girls are at home against Aberdeen Central. We have the Spearfish girls here, and then Lee Deadwood is at home, and Belfouche is up in Lee Deadwood to take on some Wyoming schools as we go over to the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard.
Aberdeen Central beat Sturgis Brown today, boys, 62-60. Of course, Spearfish beat Pierre TF Riggs 60-35 a little bit earlier in Pierre. So that's a couple of those matchups. On the boys' side, in the State Line Shootout you mentioned, I don't have a score with Belfouche and Newcastle. They're not listed there. And then Lee Deadwood, no score on that one either.
And going out of bounds, Pierre will turn the ball over. I'm surprised they could find 3 officials for this game today with all the games around the area. Big chunk of them over at the LNI.
Boy, that's for sure. They're
going to earn their money over there for 4 days.
If you're an official, you're working today.
And getting across the timeline is Eisenbarth. Now over to Grubb. Shot clock is down to 18. Spearfish kind of in a panic now just to get some open spot as Pierre plays good defense. Bowman kicks it out. Grubb 3, and it is caught between the rim and the backboard, and we call that a basketball wedgie.
Yep, that definitely is. As it's stuck up there, that'll go down then as a jump ball.
So possession arrow points to Spearfish. D'Amico, I think he has the hops. He could get that.
Oh.
But
took him 2 swings at it otherwise.
They get the ball out, and it'll stay right here with Spearfish down or up by 5. And let's hear maybe what they say underneath our microphone over there. They're going to move the shot clock, I believe I heard D'Amico say, to 7 seconds.
I think they changed it to 35 because it occurred on a shot.
Oh. And it hit the rim, so 3-pointer's no good off of the inbounds play. The things you hear inside the game with our court mics. Here is Pierre with it. Down by 5. They did not have a good first quarter. They've scored 12 points here in the second quarter. Much smaller lineup out there for the Pierre Lady Govs.
They're scrappy, they're quick.
Here's Yost, one of those scrappy girls, as she sends it over into the corner. 3 on the way, doesn't hit the rim. Here comes Scharf. She's a walking double-double. Underneath, the layup is no good that time by the Spearfish Lady Spartans. Addie Bowman, but she'll be fouled.
She got fouled as she was going up, tried to go up strong there, got pushed aside, and just about made it, but she'll have a chance to score 2 here at the line.
Just 2 fouls called in this second quarter, none on the Spartans as we knock on wood. First free throw by Bowman is no good.
Bowman's got 2 on the game.
Just under a minute left to go here in the first half as the Spartans up by 5 and missed them both. Pierre with the rebound. The Governors get it across half court. And it's not there for long as a steal here by the Spartans.
There's Bowman taking it away.
Now on the baseline, we're going to have another foul on Pierre defensively. This will be their 3rd team foul as they were called right there on the baseline. Let's see where they'll
Bowman out
from.
Bowman out, Vito in.
Reiners, she was the setter in volleyball. Running the court here for basketball. Passes it into Grubb. Hands it off and maybe an illegal screen.
Yeah, I think that's what they went with there. Take a look at that on our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. And yep, a moving pick by Vito there. They caught her with that.
Now here's Pierre with the basketball. There is about a 4-second differential shot clock to game clock here as the Governors get it into their half court. It goes over to Molly Olson. Olson over the corner to Larson. Good defense on her. They're doing a pretty good job on their 2 shooters, Larson and Olson, this afternoon. And now back outside, here's Molly Olson inside. Layup is no good. And then a foul called. You can see Pierre is their first thing. They want to shoot the 3, get Olson or Larson involved. If that doesn't work, then they throw it inside the post.
Yeah, they're trying to hit from the outside to get some consistency there to draw the defense out so they can dump it down low. But with their size disadvantage, it looks like you can see which one they're choosing to try first.
So now at the free throw line is Ellen Hart. She makes the first free throw. Second free throw, no good. And this one goes out of bounds. I was thinking there was a famous celebrity, Helen Hart, but I believe it's Mary Hart.
Oh, Mary Hart.
From
Yeah,
South Dakota.
Yeah, she was. Yep, that's right. Entertainment Tonight. Yeah. I remember that.
Or Miss Legs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Across half court, she's in trouble. Are they going to get a shot off in time? Well, Kate Sharp will. And she almost hit a 3-pointer from half court. She caught the ball with about 1.5 seconds left. She doesn't need much, and that literally rimmed out. You see that on the Tropical Smoothie replay.
Yeah, in and out off the backboard, just wouldn't fall. So here we go, halftime.
4-point game. Spearfish just cannot get the distance away from the Lady Govs in this first half as Spearfish scored 9 points in that quarter compared to 13 for the Lady Govs. It's at the half. Spartans 24, Lady Governors 20. We'll be back with your Wolf's Plumbing and Heating halftime show. And who knows, maybe more talk about Mary Hart.
It's back. The $9.95 Friday Steak Special returns to Deadwood at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. As you dine on delicious bites, watch the Gold Dust Casino action from a table overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 200 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. Then use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels located off Main Street, right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting golddustdeadwood.com.
Dry, safe, secure, and affordable. That's what False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage is all about. New or used, multiple size and door options. We've got the perfect storage container for you, and we can even deliver it with no special equipment needed. You can buy or rent, it's available on-site, or we can bring it right to you and set it up where you need it. We offer flexible storage for every need, and Kelly the Container Queen is in the office and ready to help. Give us a call today at 605-641-1555 or visit our website at fbccontainersandstorage.com.
It's not one, but 2 great locations in Spearfish to gas up and get what you need on the go. Exit 8 and Exit 14 Speedy Marts offer everything you need so you can get in and get out and get back on the road. Find your favorite snacks and a cold drink, or maybe something fresh from the kitchen or in the cold case. It's all homemade right here. And Exit 8 and Exit 14 offers top-tier fuels from Phillips 66, so you get the most from your transportation. Exit 8 and 14 Speedy Marts in Spearfish. Right off the road, right on the money.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
And back here at the Spearfish High School gym for a Saturday afternoon of girls and boys basketball, technically, here on KDSJ Sports today. Clayson Davis had the Spearfish boys game on in Pierre. Spartans getting a victory earlier this afternoon.
They did. They won 60-35 over Pierre. Kind of controlled that game throughout, it looked like, as much of it as I could see. It looked like the Spartans had some luck from three-point land as well. So watch KDSJ Radio on Facebook, and you'll be able to see the different write-ups that will be done on there and the recaps of all these games.
And then the Spearfish girls are at home here on KDSJ Radio and KDSJ-TV as the Spartans have a lead right now of 24-20 at halftime. And we are such in the giving mood here at KDSJ Sports. We went down to the concession stand, and the boys running the concession stand today, you could tip them $1 or you could tip them $5, and they would do something. And let's go with Paul James first.
So I tipped $1 because I'm cheap. And that's all I had. I had an extra buck, and so they did a roll clap. They kind of did where they all joined hands, and they did the kind of the roll like the worm through their arms, and then they all clapped together. That was kind of the thing, and they thought that was pretty cool. And
I, in the giving mood of this holiday season, I gave $5, and they danced. And that's $5 I will never get back.
No, you're not going to get that anymore.
But that's going to go to a good cause there at the concession stand.
That's great.
Meanwhile, let's get a first half recap of this girls game as the Spartans lead it by 4. I'm going to put together some stats. Paul James, tell us what you thought in the first half.
You bet. We could kind of look at some of these replays, too, on the Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay, as we saw Kate Scharf kind of heating up from the outside for the Spartans, as well as she had kind of a tough night last night and wasn't able to hit a lot of those three-pointers. And we see Sierra Sanford as well on one of those replays, getting inside and making a left-handed shot. So she, along with many of the other Spartans, were able to heat up as well, too. Of course, not having to deal with all that height that they had to deal with last night with Aberdeen Central and Burkhardt and Hermanson. The Spartans able to kind of concentrate on working it around, either going inside or outside, depending upon what kind of shot they've had available to them today. But, yeah, the Spartans, here's a replay of one of them with Kate Scharf in the corner. Again, such a quick shot. I don't know, how many threes do you have her down for? Do you have her down for a certain amount? Because
4.
4, yeah. She's
almost hit her 5th at the end of the first half.
Yes, right at the end, right at the buzzer there. So, but not quite. But the Spartans having a little better time of it today. Obviously, they'd like to have a little bit better than a 4-point lead here at the half.
Scharf can shoot it quick as a hiccup. Spearfish led it after 15-7. Then Pierre outscored him in the second quarter 13-9. And at halftime on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, Spearfish 24, Pierre 20. Inside the stat book here during the Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show, we'll go over Pierre first. The Lady Govs, the visiting team, with a record of 2-1. They got 9 points from Emery Larson, 6 points from Molly Olson, 2 points from Jordan Kirky, 2 points from Mackenzie Flottmeyer, and then 1 point from Ellen Hart off the bench. So just 1 point off the bench for Pierre. The rest of those points were from their starters. For Pierre, they had 5 girls score in the first half. They made 3 3-pointers and made 3 free throws. For Spearfish, 6 different girls scored, 12 already from Kate Scharf. And then it's going to be something this year. Spearfish is going to have to find more scorers consistently over 10 points. You can't go with 23 and then 6 and 2 and 3 and 4.
And that, you took the words out of my mouth, because last night as we were going through the game and Scharf was having a tough time getting anything open, they were double teaming her and she wasn't able to hit some of those open threes. You've got to find another scorer or 2 or 3, and that's what is going to be the test for Spearfish this year.
The other girls that did score in the first half for Spearfish, 4 from Tierson Grubb, 3 from Taylor Vittle on 1 made 3-pointer, 2 from Bowman, 2 from Sanford, and 1 point at the free throw line from Routerkiss. So the Spearfish Lady Spartans did hit 5 3-pointers. 4 of them were from Scharf. The other one was from Vittle, and then they made 1 free throw in that first half. So make some more layups, hit some more free throws, and get somebody else to consistently score, and you could be up by double digits here. But instead, Pierre hanging around, scrappy defensive team, and it's 24-20 in favor of Spearfish here at the break. And that's all I have for stats. So we'll take a break and come on back with your second half of Lady Spartan basketball here during the Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show.
There's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience, and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
If it could be imagined, it can be created. Eaton Construction in Belle Fourche specializes in site development for your next commercial project. Size is no issue. Earth moving for grading on any level. Utility installation for single projects or entire subdivisions. Whatever the project, Eaton Construction has it handled. Gravel hauling. Construction of roads from scratch and down to basements. You know who you need for the job. Eaton Construction. Call 605-210-2223 today. That's 605-210-2223.
Hill and Optical.
And back here from the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, I'm Cody Oliver with KDSJ Radio. Also with us this afternoon from the Eagle Country Morning Show Wake Up, it is Paul James. He's taking care of things over at KDSJ-TV.
And here we go.
Pierre was raring to go. I think they got a little pep talk at halftime. They were out on the floor here raring to go. Spearfish was still in their huddle. And here is Pierre for a three-pointer. That's no good. Battling for the rebound. It's rebounded there for Pierre.
Too many rebounds.
As they're getting a new 35-second shot clock with that as well. The back door is cut. It is locked tight. Good job defensively there by Spearfish to not allow the Govs to get to the baseline. Here is Pierre out on top. Quick pass inside. Open. Layup is good. Olsen underneath. That was a nice pass from the perimeter. Straight down to the baseline underneath the hoop. She just had to position herself to get it in, and we have a 2-point game, 24-22.
Yeah, just a little too easy. Too many shots for, well, there's a foul, I do believe, on Pierre.
We saw that last night, talking about the team coming out ready to go in the second half. Black Hill State men last night didn't quite have the first half that they wanted. They were on the floor about 40 seconds to go still at halftime, and they were ready to go, and then they put up like 60 points in the second half. So you start off well after maybe just one-sided conversation at halftime by the coach. And here is Pierre looking to tie this game up, and they do with the layup there by number 31, Kirky. That's her 4th point of the game, and Spearfish and Pierre tied up at 24. Here's the pass, goes over to Bowman. Addie has it, now dribbles way out to about half court, looking for some spacing and some movement here by the Lady Spartans. But they're all just kind of shuffling their feet right now. Here's another pass from Reiners, goes to Bowman. Bowman shot no good. Put back up and in by Tierson Grubb. You can pretty much count on that. She's going to get the offensive rebounds and work hard and try to get those second chance points. Spartans back up by 2, 26-24, far from over as we're early on in the third quarter. For the lead, three-pointer no good for Pierre, and then Grubb gets the rebound. Goes to Vito, now to Kate Scharf. Scharf wearing the pink shoes this afternoon. Is that her usual go-to apparel?
It is, and a nice little scoop layup for Scharf as she took advantage of that opening there.
And then other than a three-pointer now, she gets 2 points, and it's a 4-point game, 28-24. You're listening to Lady Spartan basketball this afternoon on KDSJ 980, 103.5, KDSJ980.com, and the mobile app as the ball goes out of bounds. And it will stay here. Spearfish will get it, but here comes a little press put on by Pierre. Also live this afternoon on KDSJ-TV. And we'll be here for every game, Spearfish girls and boys. We had to work out some logistics this weekend to cover everything that we did, but
we got it.
I think it went well.
We got it.
We need to bring it on home here on this Saturday afternoon. Here's Kate Scharf, and she loses it, picks it back up. She's stronger than the other girls. She gets it to Reiners, misses the layup. Reiners gets an offensive rebound.
That's good.
Back inside, here's Vito, misses the layup. Loose ball in the paint, taken away by the Pierre Lady Govs. And then we have the ball thrown out of bounds over by the scores table. Looks like Eisenbarth will check in here for Spearfish. First one off the bench in the second half comes in for Vito. Spearfish doesn't go very deep. So usually Eisenbarth, Samford, and maybe Rauterkiss is it.
Yeah, and last night, of course, trying all kinds of different combinations as the Spartans did struggle a bit last night offensively to kind of get a different mix in there. So we essentially saw everybody off the bench last night.
Spartans up by 4, 28-24 is the score. Here is Reiners dribbling it with the left hand. Now comes over here to Eisenbarth. Eisenbarth, they're making her go to her right. Eisenbarth has it, now goes baseline, cut off, and stolen away by the Pierre Governors. Good defensive possession. They made her go to her weak side, and then they cut off the baseline, and before you know it, it's a steal.
Yep, and trying to force that ball ahead. Good defense knocking the ball out of bounds. Stays with Pierre, though.
Governors will have it underneath their own baskets, looking for somebody to get it in. And they throw it to the wrong team. Here's Kate Scharf all the way, lays it up and in for 2. So Scharf has made 5 3-pointers, 2 2-pointers, add that all up, and it's about 16 points for Scharf in the game as they lead it by 6 again, 30-24. And don't forget, at the conclusion of this afternoon's broadcast, we'll choose the Superior Performance, courtesy of Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. You can also watch archive episodes of From the Bench podcast on KDSJ-TV on our YouTube channel. Earlier this week, Clayson Davis hosted that show with a couple of BHSU men's basketball players. So you can watch that show and all of the episodes that we've had this year. Also, stay updated on the latest sports, news, and community happenings through our social media page on Facebook. So our thanks to Clayson Davis for doing all that.
Yeah,
from the podcast to the social media and covering a couple games for us for the Spartan boys on the road this weekend.
That's right. If you missed any of those, you want to see any of those, you can go back. It's all there on the YouTube channel. Even if you don't catch them live, you can catch them kind of DVR'd for you, if you will. So, yeah, that game from earlier today in Pierre, if you want to go back and watch it, it's there. Clayson did it for you. And, of course, this one going on live right now.
And, of course, for free on KDSJ-TV. It says subscribe, but it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. Once you sign up, that's when you get the notifications of when we go live in case we're running behind or something's postponed or canceled. So here we go, back to action. Pierre has the basketball. Here is the jumper from the elbow. That is going to be good by number 31 for the Pierre Lady Govs, Jordan Kirky. Her third field goal.
Whoa, Scharf back fast.
At the other end, Kate Scharf gets her third field goal of this third quarter, all from 2-point range.
She just beat everybody to the spot and hit the jumper.
And you know, as a team, when somebody's got the hot hand, you just continue to feed it to her.
Yep.
But again, the case is going to be year-round. Who else is going to score double digits for Spearfish? Here is Reiners. Girl-to-girl pressure all the way down the floor. Reiners, nice pass inside to Eisenbarth, and she missed the reverse layup. Kind of going too fast for her there.
Yeah, got a little too far under the hoop and then had to try the reverse.
And now here is Pierre as they get it across half court, trying to shove off Kate Scharf, playing defense. They go to the bottom block. It's partially blocked by Tierson Grubb. Grubb brings it down the floor. Got to get that dribble down. Gets by one defender into the paint, and she'll be fouled.
Tierson Grubb has dribbled more in the first 3 games than she did in the last 3 years. I think that's not even untrue, is because she would get the ball, usually in the post, couple of dribbles, either shooting it or passing it, but now we see her kind of running the court.
First free throw is good by Tierson Grubb, so now she has 7 points. Coming in for the Govs will be Faith Baumberger, 5'7" junior. Again, their tallest girl is 5'10", and then everybody else on the team is like 5'6" or 5'5".
And that's probably not even true because they always add an inch or two.
Here is Pierre stopping in their tracks. Tallest girl for Spearfish is also 5'10", and that's Tierson Grubb. Otherwise, we're a little vertically challenged.
A little bit.
Up ahead, running the floor well through traffic is Bowman. Let's see, Addie Bowman.
Yep.
And she lost the ball.
Yep.
Goes out of bounds.
A lot of traffic down there. Tried to slice back towards the bucket. Just couldn't get through all that traffic without losing it.
Spearfish have the scoring edge in this quarter, 9-6. As Pierre breaks the press, up ahead, jump shot, running jumper is going to go for Larson. Emery Larson, a shooting guard, 5'5" senior, as they started all seniors and a junior today. Here is Reiners. Now goes over to Eisenbarth. She has an open look, shoots and misses. Rebounded here by the Govs, down by 5, 33-28, up ahead. And the post player misses the layup this time. The Governors get another offensive rebound and then a whistle. As we hit the 3 o'clock hour on a Saturday afternoon. I don't mind these afternoon games.
You got your whole day left. You got your whole day left. You got your Christmas shopping done, Cody?
I haven't started.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
No, you got a Bears game to watch tonight.
I have a Bears game to watch. I have a possible chance to go to Paradise.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Is that tonight?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're not going to give that away. We don't want anybody to have any competition with you.
I don't want anybody else to show up. You got to be present to win.
Yeah.
So let's not have this game to go triple overtime. Here is a layup, and it is good by Pierre. Unfortunately, Pierre is getting closer to this one. It's 33-30 now, with 1:42 left to play here in the third quarter. And they're going to get it back out to Scharf. Now Spearfish moving the ball around as Reiners is out, so backup point guard Sanford is in. She picks up her dribble, gets it to the escape route to Scharf. Scharf, backup three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Pierre. They could tie it on this possession. And a little bit too much of reaching in there by Scharf. Not moving her feet in the back court. And this will be the Scharf's first second team foul. So
she's got room.
Yeah. And we got minute 16 left to go in the third, so nobody in foul trouble. Pierre has just 2 team fouls as well. They reset all those team fouls heading into the fourth quarter. Whoa, underneath, wide open. And that is Faith Baumberger with the hoop and the harm.
Take a look at that on the Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay, and I mean, she just sliced through, got a nice pick, and then got bumped by Grubb and scores.
So Spartans got beat there on defense, and now the Pierre Governors have a chance to tie it up here. Baumberger off the bench, the 5'7" center, and she does at the free throw line. The gritty Govs and the Spartans, 33-33. That was...
and a bad pass now.
3 fouls on Tierson Grubb, I believe. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will go back to Pierre. 59.1 seconds left to go here in this third quarter.
I would not want to be in the huddle at the end of this quarter.
Let's not bring a mic over there.
Nope.
We have 50 seconds left as the Spartans try to hold it here on defense, then maybe have one last shot, but underneath.
Wide open.
Just like what we saw a little bit earlier, this time it's Olsen coming off of that pick and getting a layup. Now we have about a 7-second shot clock to game clock differential. Spearfish gets it in the corner. Here's Sanford. Sanford drives in, layup, and she'll be fouled as the clock stops at 32 seconds left to go here in the third.
Yeah, so Sanford will go to the line. We go back on that Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. Another pick, opposite side this time, and wide open down low. The Govs easy too.
So Sanford has 3 points now off the bench.
She hit the free throw.
As we want to say thanks to some more of our sponsors, including Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram and Dana Dental Arts right here in Spearfish. Both free throws good by Sanford. So she now has 4 points. Full court press put on by Spearfish. Sanford reaches in and knocks it out of bounds, and we'll do this all again from a different spot there on the baseline as Pierre tries to get the ball done all the way to the other end of the floor.
Oh, a turnover.
Here is the layup, and good defense there by Reiners. Picked off the inbounds pass. She scores her first 2 points. Now Spearfish almost going to get beat at the other end. No shot clock. 15 seconds left to go on the big clock. Spartans up by 2, 37-35. A 2-point lead, and Pierre trying to get something going offensively, and they lose the ball here in the near side. Everybody wraps up in a pretzel, and 2 girls get up. Jump ball called. 4.1 second left to go here in the third quarter. Sharp shooting. Kate Sharp will check back in here. And she will inbound the basketball.
Look for her to inbound it, and then whoever she inbounds it to try to get it back to her. Or maybe not.
Eisenbarth, half court, turns around. She doesn't get the shot off in time. So this one might come down to the wire. A big fourth quarter last night by the Pierre Governors. Can they do it again? It's 37-35, Spearfish after 3. We'll be back with your fourth quarter next.
Been helping families see clearly for over 50 years. They're more than just an eye care center. They're part of your community, committed to keeping your family's vision healthy and strong. From kids' first eye exams to the perfect frames for every family member, they're here to make your experience easy. affordable, and comfortable. Come visit Pillin Optical, where your family's vision is their top priority, because seeing life's special moments starts with healthy eyes. Pillin Optical, caring for your family one pair of eyes at a time.
Todd Poling and the A&W team are excited to be bringing the classic A&W brand back to Spearfish in the Northern Black Hills. And they're even more excited to be cheering on the Spearfish Spartans. Stop in for delicious burgers, chicken tenders, cheese curds, and of course their world-famous root beer made fresh in-house every day. Scan the QR code on your screen or mention the code Spartans25 for 10% off orders all day, every day. A&W and Spearfish, inside Walmart on 1st Avenue. Let's go Spartans!
In a world of few guarantees, Jake's Collision Repair stands behind all of their work with a lifetime guarantee. Jake's Collision Repair uses only original parts made by your vehicle's manufacturer instead of lower quality aftermarket parts. Certified technicians work with the latest state-of-the-art equipment, and Jake's
booth. We had 3 broadcast booths last night. Here in Spearfish, we were in Aberdeen, and we were over at the Young Center. We pulled off 3 games that were going on at the same time. I don't know how we did it, but Paul helped us. Clayson Davis did. Steve Ammerman.
Oh, every now and then we can figure it out.
Yeah. Today, now we just got to finish this one. 4th quarter, here we go. Spartans up by 2, 37-35. Was a little stressful last night, but we got through it, and now we're on a Super Basketball Saturday. All across the Black Hills. Here's an easy layup by Reiners.
We've seen her do that now twice. She's got a couple in there, and she's got to realize that she's got the ability to do that, and the Spartans are going to need her.
At the other end, Pierre running the floor, but missing the layup. Here comes Scharf up ahead to Eisenbarth. Can she run it down? She does. Passes it over to Sanford. Sanford has that shot blocked. Here come the Govs getting thrown to the floor. Was number 2, Jasmine Yost. We were told she'd be all over the floor, but that time was side-swiped by Callie Reiners.
Yep, little bump there. And
first team foul because they reset the foul situation for the teams here in the next quarter. That was just the first on Reiners. Here comes the Governors. Yost hands it off. Now with her back to the basket, they have a 3-pointer up, and that is no good from Steph Curry range. That was Emery Larson, and then loose ball. And this one will be a jump ball, I believe.
I think they called it out of bounds. Eisenbarth did have her hair actually go out of bounds as she was touching the ball, and it's going to go back to Pierre.
That's some things you can see over on KDSJ-TV, and then we just have to describe it somehow. Here's a second chance opportunity for Pierre. No good. Rebound that time by Scharf.
Bodies everywhere.
Kate has it coming across the timeline. Goes over to Eisenbarth for Spearfish as they set up in the front court, and it's just been turnovers here in the 4th quarter. Spearfish has scored 2 points, and the Govs with none in that 3rd quarter. And now outscored Spearfish 15-13 back in the 3rd.
And a couple of quick fouls on Spearfish as well. So already 2 team fouls here in the 4th quarter.
Now a full court press put on by Spearfish, trying to get some deflections and possibly turn the ball over like they did right there. Kate Scharf with another steal. Filling up that stat book here on a Saturday. Scharf with it, being guarded closer now. Over to Grubb. Grubb passes it inside, missed layup. Offensive rebound by Bowman. She puts it up and in for 2.
Bowman stuck with it. She should have probably had it the first time, but probably could feel she was going to miss it when she shot it. So she held her ground there and got the offensive board.
Now here's Pierre. Deflection defensively. They got it to get across the timeline, and they're in bad situation, and that's why you have a head coach that can call for a timeout when you're at 9.5 seconds having the basketball behind the 10-second line. So a timeout call. This will be a quick one called by Kirk Bebout, the head coach of the Pierre Lady Govs. As all these teams today across the state wrapping up things before Christmas break. Then there's like a 5-day moratorium in there where you can't even practice officially.
Okay.
And no games in there as well through Christmas. And then a lot of teams, if they do have games scheduled, holiday classics, stuff like that.
Right.
I think that's Tuesday December 30th.
30th, yep. And that's actually the next broadcast that we have for you. Spearfish will take on Rapid City Stevens. That is a double header, boys and girls, and that will come up on Tuesday, December 30th, 6:30 p.m. at Rapid City Stevens, I do believe.
Yeah, at Carroll Higher Gym.
Yep.
Spartans up by 6 here at the Spearfish High School gym, 41-35. And the pass gets in. Pierre has it. Now they're trying to go baseline, double team there by the Lady Spartans, showing their quickness to get to the spot. Bounce pass goes out here to Larson. 10 to go on the shot clock. Back over, Larson, 3, no good. Ball goes all the way over to the Governor bench, and by the water cooler is where it goes out of bounds. It'll go back to Spearfish.
And I'm pretty sure that's not what Coach Bebot wanted for a shot, 5 feet behind the three-point line.
Coming out of a timeout.
Uh-oh.
And we might have almost a 5-second call, but then head coach Dakota Barry Johnson will call a timeout for Spearfish. We'll take it with him. We'll be back in 30 seconds right here on KDSJ Sports.
Repair is preferred by most insurance companies and works with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair, 2416 Junction Avenue in Sturgis and 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish.
Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is here when you need us for the extreme athletes or those everyday activities. From kiddos with broken bones to retirees with creaky knees. Whether you're pumping iron or planting petunias, we'll be in our clinic locations throughout the region working together. Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, getting you moving again so you can confidently say, I'm back. Go to monument.health/orthopedics to find out more.
Welcome back to high school girls basketball on a Saturday afternoon. All across our KDSJ sports platforms today. Spearfish comes out of the timeout. Reiners has it, goes to Bowman, back to Reiners. She goes over to the other side of the floor. Throws it here to Bowman. Bowman, nothing going. Gets it to the trailer. Reiners misses the layup. Another missed layup underneath, and we are going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will now point to Pierre. Well, a good look or two there by Spearfish and just couldn't finish.
That's a broken record, but you've got to score on one of those because now you lost the ball on an alternating possession. It was I don't want to call it easy shot, but definitely a makeable shot.
It was a good lane there that Reiners had coming right down the lane. She had uncontested layup and didn't even draw iron. Now here's the Governors. Top of the key between the circles. Comes over here to Olsen. Now Larson, 3, no good. Rebound by the Pierre Governors. They miss a layup.
Wow.
Who's going to get it? It's going to be Scharf underneath. And she is, I think, on her way to a double-double this afternoon. I don't keep track of rebounds, but she does have 18 points and 2 or 3 steals probably in there.
Yep, definitely in there. And that's another one for Pierre there where they've got to make that shot. It's too close, too easy.
Now Spearfish will go up against this full court press. Scharf has it. And just as Spearfish could beat them down the floor, they would have a layup there. Here is Reiners into the corner to Vittle. Vittle loses it. Loose ball on the floor. 4 girls are down. And we get it back to Scharf. 20 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Just settle down.
Yep, you got time.
Scharf now to Reiners. Reiners picks up her dribble. They go inside to Bowman. Misses the layup. Another chance as she gets the offensive rebound. Throws it to Vittle. 3-pointer air ball. Another offensive rebound.
No shot clock, though.
As it did not hit the rim, so Spearfish still has about 23 seconds left to go on the shot clock. As we near halfway point of this fourth quarter, Spartans up by 6. Inside, Bowman's got to make this one. And, well, she's not going to because she got fouled.
She got a little bump there as we look at that on the Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. The good feed from outside, and we see her try to go up strong. She tried kind of the power dribble there. Might have been a little bit better idea. Don't dribble, just turn and shoot. That's when she got hit and missed the shot.
Here's the first free throw. It is up and no good. Spearfish today has made 4 free throws. They have made 5 3-pointers. They have not made a 3 in this second half. as they look to go more in the post. And second free throw is good by Bowman, so she makes 1 out of 2. And it's 42-35. A 7-point lead sounds comfortable, but not against this scrappy Pierre Governor group. And the three-pointer is missed there by Pierre. Now Kate Scharf. I think if you can have her hit a 3, get this to double digits, we feel more comfortable.
Now we call a double dribble turnover there on Scharf.
Putting the, what was it, the cart before the horse?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, maybe. But a little bit of a buffer there. 7-point lead for Spearfish with 3:39 to go.
Pierre scored 21 points last night against Sturgis in the fourth quarter alone as they got hot from downtown. They don't have the size to do much in the paint. Here is Yost. Yost throws it too high for her teammate, but the Lady Gov throws it off of Bowman and out of bounds, so heads up play there.
Heads up play there, and they keep the ball.
Now Pierre will try to inbound it. They have 11 to go on the shot clock. Back outside is Yost. Yost, free throw line, jumper good. And the straight on, nice shot there by Kirky. She now has 8 points and a timeout on the floor. This is going to be a full timeout as the Spartans lead it by 5, 42-37. 3:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. We're back after these on KDSJ Sports.
See them everywhere. That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
And back here at the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth as we come out of the break there after the timeout, a full timeout called. And let's see, it'll be Reiners with the basketball, goes over to Eisenbarth, goes baseline. Now she throws it away into the front row. Not a great student section today. There's about 7 of them there. A Saturday before Christmas, everybody's doing 110 things probably today.
Yeah, that's true.
Here is the Governors getting across half court. Always a good peer following in their green. Here's the handoff, goes to Larson. She launches the 3, no good. Rebounded, good defensive board there by Bowman.
Boy, they're not afraid to shoot a 33-foot three-pointer or 23 or 25-footer. I mean, they're out there behind the line.
Now Spearfish maybe going to use some clock here. They're up by 5 points, 42-37. They were held to 36 points last night. Spearfish a little bit more today. Backdoor cut. Here's Eisenbarth. She hits the 2 points. Her first points off the bench. 8 different girls have scored for Spearfish.
And now turnover?
Pierre throws that one away. It was not deflected. So it will be Spearfish basketball. They will inbound it right in front of the Governor bench. 44-37. Both teams with 2 team fouls in this quarter. Let's see, just one girl into foul trouble. And that is Olsen for the Governors with 4 personals. Here's Reiners coming around a screen. Spearfish using some more clock as they get it to Bowman into the paint. Not looking to shoot, but not looking to hold on to the basketball either. Reiners has it for 3. No good. Rebounded by Pierre. Now they need to get something real quick on this possession. They can't have an empty drive here as they missed a 3-pointer. Then they turned the ball over a couple times lately as they've scored just 2 points in this fourth quarter. Going up for 2 more, and that is Kirky with the bucket. So now 44-39, so they get the much-needed 2 points there, and then a timeout called by Coach Johnson as she gets Sanford in off the bench. She'll take the place of Reiners, and this is a full timeout. Let's hit up the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard if we can today, as we send it over to Paul James over at KDSJ-TV. There's a lot of boys and girls games going on today. You just start feeding whatever you can.
Let's see what we got. Boys, first off, AA. So Spearfish earlier beat Pierre TF Riggs 60-35 in Pierre. Aberdeen Central beat Sturgis Brown 62-60. It was Mitchell, the win over Rapid City Central, 53-42. And it was Huron, the number 2 team in the state. They are leading by 20 over Stevens with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Gering, Nebraska, and Douglas are playing here pretty soon is when that kicks off. Girls AA this afternoon. Rapid City Central beat Mitchell by 4. It was Aberdeen Central beating Sturgis Brown 57-30 earlier here. Huron also beat Stevens 46-41. And then we go Class A. Boys, what we have time for. St. Thomas More drops one to Kearney, Nebraska by 4, 74-70. And I think that's about all we got time for at this point in time.
Thank you, Paul. And let's head on over to the court now here at Spearfish High School Gym as we look down upon our Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Scharf will get it in to Grubb, then back to Scharf. Scharf, a good ball handler. And now, well, I said that too soon.
Yep.
We lose the basketball.
Jump ball stays with Spearfish.
So then Scharf will inbound it right next to Coach Johnson by the Spartan bench. Can Spearfish hold on to a 5-point lead in the final minute? We will find out. Here is Sanford with it. Spearfish can use quite a bit more time on that shot clock. And now they give them an easy layup, and Spearfish does score on that.
So. And that's what you got to do, though. You got to finish the layup. There's been many layups that look to be somewhat easy that have been missed.
And now here's Pierre. They're down by 7. 30 seconds left to go in the game. And Larson will give it to Olsen. Olsen
got to put up a shot, and she does.
3-pointer swish from behind the arc. The 3-pointer is good by Larson, and she now has 16 points on the afternoon. Kate Scharf has 18 points. Kate only has 6 points here in this second half. They were all like layups.
Layups, yeah.
In the
close
first
shots, yep.
First half, it was all 3-pointers. And then the second half, Scharf still leading the way in overall scoring with 18 points. And she's kind of turned it around, focused more on defense in the second half, and trying to finish with those layups. As now 46-42, 21 seconds left. We'll probably see our fair share of fouls. Both teams still 3 fouls to give.
Yeah, still a ways to go in 21 seconds. That doesn't look to be too much of a factor at this point, but Pierre, I mean, you have nothing to lose, so you go hard for a turnover, and if you don't get it and you foul them, oh well, it stops the clock, and you still got a couple to give anyway. So look for Pierre really to come after Spearfish here on a full court press.
Both of these teams after this will be off for the Christmas break. Spearfish will be back in action 10 days from now on Tuesday, December 30th at Stevens. And we're set to go here. Full court press put on by Pierre. Spearfish can't find the outlet down floor, so Kate Scharf will have it. She is double teamed and then a foul called. That is the third team foul on Pierre here in this fourth quarter.
Now, normally there you wouldn't foul because you'd think, oh, we can get them 10 seconds here, but you don't have 10 seconds. You literally have 16 on the clock right now, and you're down by 4.
Molly Olson, who led the team in scoring with 18 points last night, she is fouled out right there. She is held to 10 points this afternoon. She picked up her 5th, and then Pierre fouls again.
So that only took 2 seconds, but only 14 on the clock.
Spartans up by 4, 46-42. Scharf to inbound it right underneath one of our mics.
Got to get rid of it. Timeout.
Ooh. Almost a 5-second call, but one of the officials was standing and looking at Dakota Berry Johnson, head coach of Spearfish, to see if she wanted a timeout, and she got it just in time.
And that was the last one. You see it come off the scoreboard. So, yeah, no more timeouts for Spearfish, but only 13 on the clock. And got to keep, if you can get it inbounded here, all you got to do is cover up, because they're going to foul you, and, you know, don't throw it away.
No timeouts for either team. And we might see the officials let them play a little bit, too, if they get it. Pierre has a chance to maybe get this steal. So we'll see how close they call it when they get it inbounded. You got to get it inbound, though.
Got to get it in.
As, let's see, 13 seconds left as we have a look at a game reset. Spartans up by 4, 46-42. No timeouts left for either team. Let's see. Pierre, if they foul again, it's going to be free throws.
Yep. Possession arrow does go to Pierre.
And this will be right underneath one of our mics. Whoop, there it is, Paul.
Yes, whoop. All right, here we go.
Coach Lappy hot on the button over there at the scores table. They get it into Grubb. Grubb to Scharf. They try to play keep away, and the Governors come over and to get the foul. So that'll be the 5th team foul, and now Spearfish will shoot 2 free throws. 9.3 seconds left to go here in the game. Spartans up by 4. Scharf goes to the line. She has a game-high 18 points. She had 12 at halftime, and then 3 two-pointers made here in the second half. We'll see what she can do at the line. Takes 1 dribble and misses the free throw, but she'll get another one. No substitutions in for either team. Spartans sending 2 girls back. And second free throw by Scharf is good. I think that'll do it.
I think so. Just not enough time.
And the ball is thrown down the floor. Getting it is Reiner. Spearfish has the ball. Pierre kind of gives up. And there's your horn, as the Governors will split on the weekend. Spearfish will split on the weekend. Spartans win today on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard, 47-42, as Spearfish scores 10 points in the fourth quarter. Pierre scores, can I do math? They scored 7 points in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
So the Spartans win at 47-42, and we'll be back with our Stadium Sports Grill post-game show. Wrap up everything on a Saturday here on KDSJ Sports.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
Your vehicle is more than just a ride. It's a part of your life. And Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram will get you road ready. From a multi-point inspection, brakes, batteries, and tires, the certified technicians in Junix Service Department will keep you moving. Schedule your appointment today at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson in Spearfish. Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made to order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautoSG.com.
As the Spearfish Spartans entertain
the Stadium Sports Grill is where sports fans meet in Spearfish.
Home and down the road. Spartan boys won earlier today in Pierre, and then the Spearfish Lady Spartans win at home here against Pierre. Your final score in this one, 47-42. The Spartans get the win. Not as many points as they would like to score so far this year, but again, with Kate Scharf scoring 19 points today, going to need some other people to help her out here throughout the season, and that all starts with just building up some confidence, and Spearfish able to hold on for the 5-point win today. They let Pierre kind of shoot the threes and live and die by them sometimes for the Lady Governors. Pierre did not have the size advantage down low. Spearfish was able to get some things clicking there early on, up 15-7 at the end of the first quarter. Then they got outscored by Pierre 13-9 in the second quarter. It was 24-20, Spartans up by 4 at halftime. Spearfish was only up by 2 points at the end of 3, as Pierre outscored Spearfish again 15-13. Lady Spartans in the fourth quarter scored 10 points. Pierre scores 7, and Spearfish wins it by 5, 47-42. More of the game recap. Here is Paul James over at KDSJ-TV.
Yeah, we take a look at some of those plays from the second half and our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay for those of you watching on KDSJ-TV. Spearfish got a little physical there inside, so did Pierre, as they actually laid some real nice picks to start the second half and get themselves even with Spearfish and even take a short lead for a short time. But Spearfish responded well too, actually hitting some shots down low and coming in for some made layups where they missed several in the first half. That proved to be big for Spearfish in the second half, because without a lot of that hustle and a lot of those easy made shots that you're going to have to make against some of these tougher Class AA opponents, it's going to be a long road to hoe. Spearfish still trying to kind of find their footing when it comes to who is going to be the scorers for them besides Kate Scharf. And, of course, Kate did her share tonight. She had 19. Addie Bowman, though, working down low a little bit. We saw Callie Reiners hit a couple of big layups when she needed to towards the end of the game. That are going to matter in the long run. There was a nice replay and a feed inside to Bowman where she got fouled trying to hit one from down low. Grubb's going to have to get into the scoring column a little more. She's the one that's got a little more height for Spearfish there. That's going to maybe have some more opportunities. We see another backdoor cut as Eisenbarth. She's seen a lot more playing time since the first game, so we'll see her out there more. She struggled a little bit today maybe with some of her passing. Got to get used to the speed. The AA speed is so much different than a JV or whatever.
And the physicality.
Physicality, yep. It's a different animal, so you get a few games under your feet and you'll figure it out.
Well, playing good defense will keep you in a lot of games.
Oh, yeah.
Spearfish forced a lot of turnovers today, and Pierre was unable to handle the pressure at times, and Spearfish able to get the win 47-42. Thanks to Paul James with our game recap. Now let's dive into the score sheet a little bit more with our stats today in our Stadium Sports Grill post-game show. Let's see, Spearfish had the lead by 8 at the end of the first quarter. They led by 4 at halftime, led by just 2 at the end of 3 quarters, and they win it by 5. For Spearfish, 8 girls scored. just one in double figures. Kate Scharf had a game-high 19 points, 12 in the first half, 7 in the second, and then 7 points from Addie Bowman, 7 points from Tierson Grubb, 4 from Reiners, a three-pointer made by Vittle in the first half, 4 points from Sanford on 1 field goal and 2 free throws, 2 points from Eisenbarth, and then Rauderkis with 1 made free throw.
Like the balance, but it's still a little lopsided there in the scoring column.
Spearfish made 5 3-pointers all in the first half. They made 6 free throws. And for the Pierre Lady Govs, they get 6 girls into the scoring column, 3 into double figures for them. 16 from Larson. She was not hesitant to shoot the ball from long range. She made 2 3-pointers. Then 10 points from Olson. She fouled out. She made 2 3-pointers. Kirky had 10 points. 2 points from Flottmeyer, 1 point from Hart, 3 points from Baumberger. Pierre made 4 3-pointers. They made 4 free throws. They made 1 free throw in the second half. And Pierre had a very short lead, I think maybe 2 points at one time. They lose today by 5, 47-42. Spearfish gets the split on the weekend. They're now 2-1 on the season. And Pierre is now 2-2.
2-2.
They won last night and lose today. And that is a look inside the stat book. In your game recap, we'll name our MVP of the game. It is our superior performer. We'll do that when we come back after this 2-minute break here on KDSJ Sports.
Stadium is locally owned and operated, and they carry the NFL ticket, NBA package, college sports pack, and stream all BHSU and Spearfish Spartan sporting events. Their famous steak tips and hand patty burgers will satisfy any sports fan. The Stadium is a full bar and grill, open daily for lunch at 11 a.m. and serving brunch on Sundays starting at 10. Plus, don't forget the scoreboard on Ryan Road next to Safeway. See you soon at the Stadium Sports Grill, Main Street, Spearfish.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Fisher Sand and Gravel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects from a pickup load to thousands of ton. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
And back here at the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, the final from the Spearfish boys game today was
60-35.
Spearfish with a 25-point road win at Pierre against the Governors today. They get the sweep of the weekend as they beat Aberdeen Central last night. And for here in Spearfish today in the girls contest, Spearfish wins at 47-42 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Next up in our things to do is name the player of the game. That is being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions right here in Spearfish. Call 605-642-9111 or see their inventory online at superioroutosd.com. And let's go to Paul James over at KDSJ-TV with today's top player.
Well, she led all scorers, knocked down 4 3-pointers in the first half, and had several jump shots in the second half, including a free throw in there as well, too. Ended with 19. Is that what it was?
Yes.
For your Superior Auto Solutions player of the game, and that would be Kate Scharf.
She ends with, let's see, she made 4 3-pointers all in the first half.
Yeah.
And then the second half, she did more of inside the three-point range and did more defensively as well. So she brings the ball up the floor. She could play defense. She had a lot of deflections. You do all that, and you have 19 points. We pick you, Kate Scharf, the senior 5'7" guard, gets our player of the game today. So congratulations. Somebody almost stole our microphone.
Oh, they're going to steal it. Oh, they're going to best leave it alone.
Thank you.
I'll just leave it. I got it. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
I was about ready to put it in his backpack and go home with it. Do you know that, gentleman?
I don't.
Okay, then.
I think it's one of the guys with the school. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's probably like, what's this?
Once again, our player of the game being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Call 605-642-9111 or see their inventory online at superioroutosd.com. I would have really had a good time if it was going to start singing.
Well, yeah, I know. I would have.
The mics are hot here. Yeah. That is our player of the game. We're going to hit up the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard while we're here, too, in our post-game show. The Wolf's Plumbing or the Stadium Sports Grill post-game show. And then Junix brings us our scoreboard. A lot of things going on today, girls and boys basketball. Let's have a little rundown to get you caught up.
Let's see what we got. Of course, Spearfish winning here over Pierre today, 47-42 on the girls' side. On the boys' side, Spearfish beat Pierre 60-35 in Pierre. Also in Aberdeen Central beat Sturgis Brown 62-60 earlier today on the boys' side. Again, these are all boys' scores. Mitchell beat Central 53-42. It was Huron that beat Stevens handily 67-44. And now we switch over to the girls' side in AA. It was Rapid City Central, a 4-point win over Mitchell, who's receiving votes, but Central gets the win there. Aberdeen Central beat Sturgis Brown 57-30 just earlier. Also, it is Gering, Nebraska leading Douglas 20-16 at the half. Huron beat Stevens, who is receiving votes, of course, on the girls' side, 46-41. Huron the win there. We switch to Class A now, boys. It was Kearney, Nebraska beating number 4 St. Thomas More 74-70 as the final there. Beersford win over Kadoka area. Pine Ridge, they knocked off Wall 70-67 at the LNI there. Dupree beat Todd County there at the LNI. Several scores that we do not have are Newcastle and Belle-Fourche from today. Looks like we don't have anything with Sundance and Lee Deadwood. They should actually just be pretty much just underway right about now. On the girls' side in Class A, Rapid City Christian beat Wall 70-47. Kearney, Nebraska beat St. Thomas More 48-39. Also on the scoreboard for you, we have no score in the game from Sundance and Lee Deadwood, and no score from Newcastle and Belle-Fourche in that one. In Class B this afternoon, well, I already kind of mixed a few of those in there. Timberlake's leading New Underwood. This is girls. And that's about all I can find locally there. On the boys' side, I mentioned Wall earlier. They lost to Pine Ridge at the LNI. And everything else is in progress or no score.
Okay. Spearfish boys wrapped up things earlier this afternoon with a road win. So they're probably either on the interstate or Highway 34 right now.
I'm thinking.
Coming home. The LNI Championship tonight over in Rapid City. On the girls' side, it will be Lakota Tech taking on number 1 ranked Mapaialuta. Both of those teams have gone 3-0 in that tournament so far, so that'll be the championship at about 6:30 on the girls' side. The boys' championship at the LNI tonight, it will be Cheyenne Eagle Butte, who had that overtime thrilling win over Rapid City Christian. They take on the Mapaialuta boys in the LNI championship at 8 p.m. tonight. So a lot of final day of basketball before the Christmas break. Let's see, Spearfish girls and boys will be back in action December 30th at Rapid City Stevens. Pierre girls will be back in action, it looks like, against Bismarck, North Dakota. How many schools do they have in Bismarck? Couple?
About 4, I think.
So
yeah.
It's not specific on what team, but Bismarck.
It could be Bismarck High if they just say Bismarck. So
that'll be in Pierre coming up in the new year. And let's see, we're going to take one final break and then wrap things up here on KDSJ Radio. Are you done over there on TV?
We are all done.
Okay. Thanks to Paul James over at KDSJ-TV with the coverage this afternoon. Of course, subscribe to KDSJ-TV on our YouTube channel and be notified of our next broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. Radio side, we'll have one final segment after this.
It's back. The $9.95 Friday Steak Special returns to Deadwood at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. As you dine on delicious bites, watch the Gold Dust Casino action from a table overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 200 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. Then use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels located off Main Street, right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting golddustdeadwood.com.
Dry, safe, secure, and affordable. That's what False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage is all about. New or used, multiple size and door options. We've got the perfect storage container for you, and we can even deliver it with no special equipment needed. You can buy or rent, it's available on-site, or we can bring it right to you and set it up where you need it. We offer flexible storage for every need, and Kelly the Container Queen is in the office and ready to help. Give us a call today at 605-641-1555 or visit our website at fbccontainersandstorage.com.
It's not one, but 2 great locations in Spearfish to gas up and get what you need on the go. Exit 8 and Exit 14 Speedy Marts offer everything you need so you can get in and get out and get back on the road. Find your favorite snacks and a cold drink, or maybe something fresh from the kitchen or in the cold case. It's all homemade right here. And Exit 8 and Exit 14 offers top-tier fuels from Phillips 66, so you get the most from your transportation. Exit 8 and 14 Speedy Marts in Spearfish. Right off the road, right on the money.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
For 20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC-certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience, and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
Road trip here in the hills.
If it could be imagined, it can be created. Eaton Construction and Belle Fourche specializes in site development for your next commercial project. Size is no issue. Earth moving for grading on any level. Utility installation for single projects or entire subdivisions. Whatever the project, Eaton Construction has it handled. Gravel hauling, construction of roads from scratch and down to basements. You know who you need for the job. Eaton Construction. Call 605-210-2223 today. That's 605-210-2223.
We're off for a few days.
Hill and Optical has been helping families see clearly for over 50 years. They're more than just an eye care center. They're part of your community, committed to keeping your family's vision healthy and strong. From kids' first eye exams to the perfect frames for every family member, they're here to make your experience easy, affordable, and comfortable. Come visit Pill and Optical, where your family's vision is their top priority, because seeing life's special moments starts with healthy eyes. Pill and Optical, caring for your family one pair of eyes at a time.
Later on in January to get
Todd
back in
Pulling and the
RMAC play.
A&W team
So
are excited to be
hopefully you
bringing the
enjoyed,
classic
we had
A&W
crazy couple
brand
days here,
back to
3 games
Spearfish
last
and the
night at the
Northern
same
Black
time,
Hills. And
and
they're
then,
even more
2
excited to be
games
cheering on the
today
Spearfish
here on
Spartans.
KDSJ
Stop in
Sports.
for delicious
Remember, if
burgers,
you missed any
chicken
of the
tenders,
action, you
cheese
can hear
curds,
every
and of course
game
their
anytime,
world-famous
just look
root
for the
beer made
podcast at
fresh in-house every day.
KDSJ980.com.
Scan the
for
QR
video
code on your
archives, and if
screen
you are
or
live
mention the
sports
code
broadcast,
Spartans25
subscribe
for
to
10% off
KDSJ-TV on
orders
YouTube
all day,
and follow
every
KDSJ
day.
Radio
A&W
on
and Spearfish
Facebook.
inside
And that is
Walmart
our
on
post-game
First
show being
Avenue.
brought to you by
Let's
the
go
Stadium
Spartans.
Sports Grill. Thanks to Clayson Davis covering the